Yo there, YouTube. We are back with some more Matchplay commentary for y'all. I'm joined by the brother from another mother, the Highwayman, the Quackity King, TJ.
Today, I have found my wizardry, and I hereby proclaim that all of thine viewers will subscribe. I have spoken.
It is the decree of the king himself. Let it be
Both
known.
decree and a spell that has been cast. Ooga booga. Hippity hoppity. Your sub is now my property.
Ayo.
Anyways, keep going.
But yes, like I said in the previous videos, this is a continuation of our Evo Cup matches that we had over at Sully's Abode this previous week. Local card shop in Bolingbrook that we always go to for Digi. This particular matchup, we've got Sonny playing his version of Numemon on the left, and we've got his buddy Izzy visiting from Cali, so shout out to you, man, playing Tyrantkabuterimon on the right. So it should be an interesting matchup. We haven't had a whole lot of Tyrant on the channel, so it'll be nice to see what Izzy can do. And I played against Izzy another round too, and he's definitely a good player, knows the deck very well. So hopefully this is a good matchup for you guys to see and kind of showcase what both decks can do. Like I alluded to earlier, Sully's is the card shop that we go to. It's located in Bolingbrook. They've got a ton of TCG product and a ton of locals that pop off every week. So if you're in the Chicagoland area and want to check them out, feel free to do so. I'll drop their TCG player link in the video description down below, along with our socials, which will include our Discord, our Instagram, our Twitter, all that good stuff. So hopefully we'll see you guys there. And last bit of administrative jibber jabber, similar to what our king has laid out there. If you don't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, we would greatly appreciate it. And without further ado, let's hop right into the round.
So I know I watched you and Izzy play earlier.
Yeah.
A little bit, and he definitely has a pretty good handle on the deck.
Yeah. I mean,
looks like
good handle for the deck.
there.
And then he was saying too, like he just picked up the game maybe like a few months ago, which I was like,
yeah, I think he said 3 months.
Yeah.
I think he's been playing for 3 months.
Pretty
or
good
so,
player
so.
for just someone who's just started.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's definitely good. I mean, he's if Sonny's the one teaching him, I'm not surprised. Sonny is also a very good player.
That is true.
Sonny is a very good player. So we see Sonny starting the back with a Chew. Just drops a Gary, pitch a card, and get some draw. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, Sonny's been trying to figure out what he wants to play for Peoria.
Yeah, I know he's
kind of floating around between Tyrant. He's been floating around between Luga, and now
Numemon. Interesting.
Yeah, now going to Nume to see if this will work. I mean, Sonny in general, like he says, is a very good player, and
right.
Put a deck in his hands, and he'll probably do pretty well.
Yeah, and then I know he's been struggling to find like a deck that he wants to play for this format, which I get, but I feel like he's been doing really well with a lot of things he plays. He's like Fenry to name probably when he's been doing the most, like he's been doing insane work with.
Yeah.
And his own Tyrant build. He's a very good Tyrant player in his own right.
Yeah.
And I know he was trying to try out Nume because he was like, I want to just play a deck where I can just kind of rush and go crazy. But I think the thing he was starting to realize a bit by bit was that that's not really how Nume works. Nume does take a decent amount of like
thinking and thought, like sequencing and thought process.
Sequencing and thought processing with Nume is very important. Like I know a lot of people will see Nume and go, oh, me play 3 cost level 4, me go burr.
Yeah.
But like a lot of it, you really have to game out your plays and think about how you're going to do things, how you're going to about how much memory you're going to pass your opponent.
Right.
You have to be careful about ace cards, especially with Valkyrie Ace being in the game now. And a lot of it, you have to also make sure that you're maintaining a hand size, you're maintaining consistency, because if you start expending all your resources and you're just going to a little bit too hard, you might just lose everything before you're actually able to like get anything done.
So we see Izzy climb his way into a Tyrant Kabu. He uses his one Digivolving effect to play something out, I believe for a reduced cost of 7, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So plays out the Metal Life, and then is able to swing over Sonny's Waru Manze.
I feel like he probably should have just used the bottom deck there, because he could have swung, hit security, and then did the end of turn effect.
Yeah.
Because now that Woromonze being in security does give a target for Platinum Nume. That when a Platinum Nume plays from hand, not from trash.
Right. But we did pass over a decent amount of memory with double Ukos now out on the board. But Tyrant is a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
And
does have the redirect as well.
Sonny's just kind of contemplating what he wants to do. I feel like here he could probably just choose to start setting up a little bit if he's got the right pieces.
I'm going Nume in the back.
Does decide to attempt to swing with Uko and then swings with the other Uko. Ends up living.
Wow,
big guy.
does live. That's kind of huge,
guy.
actually.
Goes into the Nume X in the back. Just for more cycle, it seems.
And so at this point, we're seeing why Nume does well, right? Nume is a very fast deck. It's a very low to the ground deck, so it's able to get a lot of aggression out early. And if you're just a little bit behind, if you're struggling to find pieces, you can sometimes just lose the game off of that.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I think, though, more than any of that, is that you also get such a wide board that if your opponent doesn't have like a crazy ACVO or some like crazy amount of blocks and redirects, it can just swing through all of your
security.
Yeah, it can just go. It doesn't care about your card that's redirecting or blocking. You can just swing through all that and just start checking security.
Right. So we see the Meta Life kind of just pop the Uko, get it off the board, and then kind of contemplating what we want to do here. But it looks like we're just gonna training for 2, pick up a Shiva, or no, we'll pick up the what is it? The Shocker.
I think he swung through it with Tyrant. I don't think he's popped it with Metal Life. Metal Life he suspended off the Tento
off
effect.
The Tento. Okay.
Does go Shiva here though, which is pretty good. So now Sonny's locked out of options. He does have a good amount of memory here.
Right.
Question is, what can he do with it?
Gain some memory off of the Louis. It goes up to 5.
Not seeing Manze X right now, it looks like.
I'm wondering here if it would maybe been better to just like wait in the back and maybe just like kind of float some pieces on the board and try to do a little bit of digging, but I can also see where he's coming from. Yeah, okay, fair. Decides to play the Manze to pop the Tento. And then goes into Manze X here.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
We'll then be able to play a card. So you can play a rookie or a card with Numemon, or it has to be specifically a Numemon.
Okay, so plays an Uko.
Yep. So minus 6k on something. Looks like he's deciding. Because it does last until the end of your opponent's turn. So he'll do it on Tyrant. Okay, go to another Manze X. This works. It's pretty good.
This works. So minus.
And then minus 8k. So it'll be minus 14k until the end of Izzy's turn, which means that Tyrant will die as soon as it unsuspends during the suspend phase.
Good play.
Good way to get around Tyrant. And so now it looks like Sonny's just thinking about what to do. Just plays an Uko. Just wide boards like crazy. Clears that. Does put Izzy over to 3, but I mean he's got 5 Digimon on board. He did have to trash top card of security because of Shiva, but I don't know if that really matters.
No, because I mean, yeah, I mean Sonny's got one hell of a board state right now, and Izzy is just I think sort of on the back foot here. No Tamers out in play. Already has an established level 6, which Shiva is very good, but doesn't deal with a wide board right now. Just sort of
no, it does not.
Sits there and doesn't really do a whole lot for him right now. And yeah, like outside of even like a Grand Kuwaga Ace right here, doesn't really do a whole lot for him.
Okay, we'll Super Shocker.
Super Shocker is a pretty good card.
Can suspend something in plus 3k, so suspend the Manze X. That does have a Nume X in it though, so even if he swings over it, it doesn't super matter.
Right
yeah.
So we'll just go ahead and a security.
Oh, swings a check. Okay.
It's a Valkyrie Ace.
Okay. Does Super Shocker keep them from unsuspending?
I believe it does, if I'm not mistaken, but double check me.
Didn't. Suspend
go
your opponent.
ahead-
Nope. Doesn't
No.
keep him. Just suspends a level 6 or lower Digimon on the board.
Okay. So he plays out a Kokabuteri and then picks up a looks like it was a Grand Kawaga Ace and then passes turn.
Yeah.
Sonny here has all the gas he could ever need, but does decide to play out a Nume X just to deal with
Yeah, just
Shiva.
pop the Shiva.
Yeah, just in
and then
case, which is fair. and then
Two
swings
checks, swing for
again.
game. All right, that's game 1.
That
So that
is-
was a very, that's an effective way to go wide there.
Yeah. And I think just like I said before, like we haven't really had a lot of Tyrant on the channel, and I think it is a very strong deck. I think that it does require a little bit of setup and does require time, which Nume doesn't really care for. Like he can just go fast and hit you hard.
Yeah, setup and timeout I think could be
Same thing.
Yeah, but the I think beyond that, it's sort of the same way with Nume, where you really have to kind of game out the future of your play. Like you have to know the matchups.
Yeah.
You have to know your matchups really well, so you can game out exactly how to set up an effective board state to keep them from doing what they want to do.
Yeah.
Which can be hard because sometimes Nume, you don't really have a way to stop them from doing what they're going to do. They're going to just wideboard, and you kind of just have to pray that you have some means of answering it after it happens. Because if you do clear a wideboard off of Nume, you can put them back pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
As we've saw with our video with Ante and Steven.
Right. So we do see a solid play here with the Digimon Emperor coming out. Sonny goes into Uko in the back for 1 cost and then plays out another Uko to choke to 1.
Yeah, makes sense.
We'll decide to raise up. Patamon effect will, when Ukamon's suspended, memory, does decide to swing and hits a ruin mode. Big. Oh.
Mem boost. Oh. 2 Izzy and an Emperor to
Izzy.
bottom. That is tough.
We'll decide to push up the Uko, loses the 2 memory because of the Digimon Emperor, is allowed to pick up a Tamer Digimon, but does decide to pick up another Uko.
All of the Uko effects.
Second Uko effect goes off, picks up another Uko, so we're just playing Uko Rush at this point.
Yeah, and that's why this card is so insane, right? Like, look at this.
Yeah.
He just searched top 6, was able to grab 2 cards. He's got another Uko on back to gain more memory. He's able to just play Garamon here, pitch something to draw 2, and he's got a pretty good hand size now, so he's pretty well established.
It's
like
it's wild.
Izzy still needs to put those cards to the bottom of his deck. Those
are trap cards.
Just chilling.
Trap cards.
It's 2 Izzy's and a Digimon Emperor as trap cards.
And I think sort of smart sequencing by Sonny here too, in the sense that like you don't swing with the Ukos just yet, because he knows that Izzy doesn't really have a board state to do anything for these Ukos. So next turn he's able to keep cycling, look for his pieces, hatch again, and set up an even wider board state, which I think is definitely a means for aggression, if not winning the game.
This next turn could also almost just be game, depending on what Sonny has in hand.
Because it looked like
especially passing over 4.
Yeah.
Because realistically, right now, if Sonny just sees a if Sonny just has Satsuki, BT-14 Nume, and then like
speaking of BT-14 Nume,
there he is.
There he is.
We're gonna
We
Platinum
do pick up
Nume though. Top
And then
3.
picks up a
Grab a Garamon.
Goes into another
Loses 2 but gains 1. It looks like he forgot to gain 1 off of the other Uko.
Yes, that he did.
Or no, he was at 4. No, he did. He's fine.
He did,
He was he lost 2 off the Emperor, and then he went down up to 3. Yeah, so he's fine. We'll go Manze here.
Go Manze
goes Manze X.
Oh
and then
my god,
another
this Uko Central.
Swing 2 checks. We'll die off the first check. Can spit out a body though. We'll spit out a Garamon.
I mean, like, that is a board
draw
state.
2.
Swings with the Uko, hits Super Shocker, suspends the other Uko. Swings Uko, hits Grand Kawaga Ace.
Security is doing his best. Security was trying a little bit.
Yeah.
That Uko can't swing, but I mean, this is a tough board to answer, man. What do? You bottom deck. You already bottom decked 2 Izzy's.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay.
Can't reduce play costs.
Izzy's just like, what do I do?
You can't even keep turn if you swing an Evo up into Tyrant. You don't have a redirect on with that because that Rhino Kabuteri is just a cheap way for some early aggression.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to clear 5 bodies. So right now you need to see like you need a Death X. Yes.
Yeah, you do need a Death X. You do HPD into the the Tyrant. Is able to suspend the Manze. The question is now what?
Does give the DP buff to Tyrant, which I'm not sure is the right call. I feel like you give it to.
Here's the Metal Life just to.
So he's big enough to. Okay, we'll play. We'll not use Tyrant's end of turn.
Okay,
for whatever reason.
Louis, which is a little scary. Okay.
Because Tyrant's end of turn,
Satsuki,
you suspend something.
There you go. And another Manze. Jeez.
Jeez, Louise. Tyrant suspends something off his end of turn, right?
Chuma,
go
ahead and swing.
Yeah.
Go ahead and swing.
But yeah, this
again.
is just ain't nothing you can do.
This is just Uko Rush. Just boom,
yeah,
boom, boom.
that was holy moly. Yeah, that was an insane board state the Sonny got to. And that's tough when you don't have a redirect. You're just kind of a little bit too far behind. But yeah, Sonny put on a good clinic for why Nume is as scary as it is. How dangerous it can be and how crazy it can pop off if you aren't able to kind of rein that board state in.
Yeah, and like we sort of alluded to, right? Like being able to recognize the right sequencing and the right plays. Like Sonny definitely put on a clinic, like you said, very precise in how he sequenced things and was able to play stuff out to establish the board state that he did. And he utilized that very well to not just control his own board state and flood the board, but also control the opponent's board state, right? And get rid of bodies and really just suffocate them. So I think just really, really well played by Sonny. And yeah, just well done. Well done.
Yep.
So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this match. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And hopefully we catch you on that next video. Bye-bye.